I do love this platform, but it definitely needs a big entrance over there to go with it. Hocus has been busy over here as well, and it looks like we have competition for the big builds in this area. Well, challenge accepted. Last time I did leave a few things unfinished, but I've been working hard between episodes to try and get them all done. So firstly, with the slime farm, I added some lava into the corners to kill the large slimes quicker, and this really does make a difference. And then I tidied up the bottom spawning platform just to make it look a bit prettier. So we've got the smooth stone in the middle and then a border of the polished andesite on the edges. I then added a wall around the edge of the farm so there is only a 3 wide gap next to the spawning platform. And then added another spawning layer, but I didn't add any more here as I wanted to get some other things done first before this farm goes too crazy. Next, I wanted to fix the problem with the cave spider spawner storage pointing in the wrong direction, which unfortunately meant I had to get in there and rebuild the farm pointing in another direction. I did that, and then I built a storage room on the new side with much more storage than I'd done originally, as that filled up really quickly. I made the ceiling look pretty and called this room finished. After getting that done, I got on with removing the bubble elevator and the drop into the original storage room and also the room itself, so they are now not hanging over the slime farm and reducing the rates. Then finally, the last thing I needed to do was remove the part of the mountain that was hanging over the slime chunk again, just to improve the rates. It's definitely not the most attractive thing at the moment, but I will tidy this up very soon and make it either look natural or put some kind of structure here so it's just not a huge wall like this. Okay, so with that all done, we can now see from up here this slime farm is much more effective. We're seeing a lot more slime spawning here now, and what we're looking at here, this is the second layer, and just saw there, this lava in the corner definitely has a big impact on the big ones, but there are some improvements that we still need to do. So you'll see sometimes, like this fella's demonstrating here, they can be quite resilient and they will try and fight against these water streams. So what we can do is below the water actually replace all of these blocks with magma blocks. But there is a problem with that, and I will demonstrate that by coming down here. So if we just stand in this water, if we put magma blocks all the way along here, what will happen is some of the smaller ones will actually die on those magma blocks, and what we want to happen then is that the slime balls get pushed across into the corner. But sometimes that's not going to happen. So let's just take an item I can throw. Let's do this stick. So let's just throw this down here. Let's see if we can demonstrate. You know, that worked. Right. Let's see this go wrong. I want to see it go wrong. It's not going wrong. Come on. No. Right, you're not making my point very well for me. Let's go on the other side. Maybe it's this side. This is a long side. This might work. Or not. No. Right, what I was going to say is if we leave these blocks here and items flow across here, they're not going to get past these blocks, but they're making me out to be a liar and they're getting past. So what could happen potentially is if they die, say here, their drops might just land here like this and not go anywhere. What we need to do is actually replace the blocks under these pressure plates with packed ice, and then everything under the water with magma blocks, and then that should mean that we will never lose any items like I just demonstrated so perfectly there. Right, so I've just grabbed my stick out of here and look at all this slime we're getting already. This is absolutely ridiculous, and it's the same in all 4 chests, so I definitely need to get some kind of water stream in here, and for that I'm going to need a load of packed ice as well. The problem is I only have this tiny little ice farm which I've been harvesting quite regularly, and I do have a load of this in my shop, but because I want the packed version I actually need 9 blocks of this stuff to craft into 1 block of the packed ice. So that could take a while doing this, but I do have an alternative plan. I have found an ice spikes biome, or frozen ocean, or whatever it is, somewhere where I can actually just mine a load of it. So I'm going to set up another portal to there now, and we'll go do it the easy way. Okay, so the portal is set up. Let's see where it takes us. Nice, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, so let's grab some ice. And while I'm doing this, I just wanted to address a couple of comments I've been getting. And that is to do with the other series I have on this channel. And for the new people, and there are quite a lot of you, so thank you for that. The channel has been going a bit crazy recently. There's a lot of new subscribers. So thanks everyone for the support. I really do appreciate it. But for the new people, I do have 3 other series on this channel at the moment. One is my single player survival series, which I am definitely not abandoning. That is definitely going to continue. I also have a Britannia Garden of Glass series, which, if you don't know, that is a modded skyblock, and I definitely will be continuing that one as well. And I also have another modded series as well, which, to be honest, I was kind of losing interest in that, but quite a few people have asked me if I'm going to do anything more in there. I do have a couple of other projects that I did want to get done. So I will get around to that, but that series probably will be coming to an end fairly shortly. But in short, I haven't abandoned anything at all. I definitely am going to be continuing with those other videos. It's just, I don't have tons of time on my hands, so when I do get to play and record, I want to make sure that I'm doing the thing that I'm most hyped about, and at the moment, that's Ramble. It's a really great server. I love playing with the people on here, and the base that I'm working on at the minute, I'm really enjoying, so I definitely just want to carry on with this for the moment, but I haven't abandoned anything. So hopefully, that clears that up. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Okay, so after all that, I'm back home, and I have managed to fill up 2 full shulker boxes of compressed ice. Not packed ice as I keep calling it, but this is what we need, and I'm definitely going to get this done very soon. But as you can see, my pick has taken a little bit of a battering, so I need to go repair that now. But while I'm doing that, I need to show you something. So if we drop down to under our new cave type thing, we have a new bubble elevator and water drop, and didn't show this earlier, but this is my new way of getting into my cave spider spawner. So we just drop down here. This is where I come now. And as you can see, I do have a lot more storage. So I'm going to wait in here a little bit, kill a few cave spiders, and then we can get on with finishing the slime farm. Okay, so tools all fully repaired now, and I'm just about ready to go do this slime farm, but I've remembered I do have one more little job to do. While I was setting up another portals, I said to Hocus that I'd move his up to the top where my portal is, so I'm going to go do that now before I forget. Okay, so I've worked out the coordinates, and it's not too far away from mine, so we'll just get the obsidian placed in here. And then we'll keep with the same design. We'll have the stone brick stairs along the obsidian. And then we'll just put the stone brick slabs all the way along this tunnel back to my portal. And then just down there is his original portal, which will probably need removing. But first, we'll just give this a test. So, going through here, we do end up at Hoax's base, so that's a good thing. So, let's go back. I'm expecting to end up in the lower portal. And we do. So, now we just need to break this one. And then get back up here. So this time, it should link up properly. So going through again, as expected, we're at the same place. And then if we just pop back through, we are at the one at the top. So that's great. Job done. Look at this madness. Definitely need to get these things killed quicker, don't I? So let's jump in here and try and get this done. So as I said earlier, just going to rip these out, get the packed ice in, get the magma blocks in, and that should do us. And then I've got some redstone to actually do the dropper circuits at the side of here. And then we can have just one central collection system, so I don't have to keep running around. So I'll get this done, and we'll have a look in a second. Okay, so that is now all done. Well, with the resources I had anyway. As you can see, the magma blocks aren't all the way along. I've just done a few strips here and there, and a few little patches. And it's definitely working, as this guy is proving. They are dying slowly as they move along, so it's definitely working. But I do actually want to get some more magma blocks. But I've just done it with what I have for now. And we've also got the packed ice in under the pressure plates, because as we saw, that is a massive problem with blocks stopping there, isn't it? The other thing that we can't actually see from here, can we? Yeah, I do have the third spawning layer in as well, so we're definitely getting a lot more slime coming out. And then finally, I also put in the dropper circuits around here, which you can see down here. So the slime balls come into here, we have the auto dropper circuit down the side, and I've done that on all 4. And then these water streams converge at this point here, and then they go down this way into a little collection area. And this is my fancy collection area. So the slime balls come down here, up this tiny little bubble elevator, and into these 3 double chests here. So I have an absolute ton coming through. This is not it, because I've just crafted these up into blocks about 2 minutes ago, and this is what I've got already. So I've been crafting them into blocks and putting them in here. That is just with these 3 spawning platforms, and I've hardly done any AFK at all. This is just from me working around here, doing a few little bits. So yeah, this farm is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm only about halfway there. I think I'll probably do 6 spawning platforms. I think that's the point where beyond that, you don't really get much benefit out of it. But, you know, this is absolutely ridiculous. Crazy slime farm done. Very happy with that. As we saw, I do need to get some more magma blocks so we can get these killed quicker. And that means going to the Nether, which I'm very happy about, because while I'm there, I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because I also want to start upgrading my gear. So as you can see, we're in diamond at the moment. All the tools are diamond, so it'd be nice if I could get at least a diamond pickaxe, maybe some of the armor done as well. So I'm going to go to the Nether and try and get a little bit of ancient debris, along with a ton of magma blocks. Okay, so ancient debris mining. We need to explode some of the Nether, don't we? We need to blow it up and get all that netherrack out of the way so we can see where it is. Normally, I like to use TNT, but this is all I have, which is what I got from the desert temple when we went over there. But that's it. And I don't have much gunpowder, and I don't want to waste this crafting it into TNT, because I might need this for rockets. We also have another technique, and it's something that is very popular, but I don't like doing it really, and that is to craft beds. And I do have a lot of wool, and I also have a fair bit of wood as well, so I'm going to take enough to craft a stack of beds, and we'll just lay them down and give it a go. Okay, so we're now in the Nether, and I've had to come really far away from where our spawn portals are, because all of that area is hanging over a lava lake, so it's really hard to get low down in the Nether, which is where we need to get to have the best chance of finding ancient debris. So I've come far away, and I've ended up in a soul sand valley, which looks fairly solid. So I was just digging down, trying to get low down, and I've come across these massive pockets of magma blocks. So all this wasn't a cave, this was all solid magma blocks. So I've been digging these out, and it's been going pretty well. I've got quite a lot. If we just have a look in this shulker box over here, this is where I've put it all. So yeah, this should definitely do for finishing off the slime farm. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to try and get a lot lower down, and hopefully find some ancient debris. Okay, so I've dug a staircase down, and we're at Y10 now. So hopefully that should be somewhere near where we need to be. And normally with this, actually I've got some TNT on me right now. So let's start it the old fashioned way. This is how I like doing it. Stick some TNT down. What should we do? Like 2 blocks apart. Get these to chain together. Something nice and simple like that. And hopefully it will get something from this, because I'm not a big fan of using the beds. So let's give this a go. See what happens. And I just know there's going to be loads of lava, isn't there? Oh look. See the lava already. And they didn't even go off. Brilliant. I've got a flame bow. Let's try that. Anything? Come on, please. No. Ugh. Hopefully I can get rid of this lava and it might reveal something good. No, it's not looking good, this is it. Alright, so let's try doing this with the beds then. Not a big fan of this, but let's give it a go. Right, I don't even know what the best way to do this is. Should we... Because if you put it too far away, you can't just try and sleep on it, can you? Or can we do that? So, let's be smart about this. Let's put some cobblestone down here, so nothing falls away and kills me. So, we'll do it like that. That was not good. That's not how you do it. Alright, lesson learned. But, the cobblestone probably saved me there, so that's not bad. And there had to be lava as well, didn't there? That was a big explosion though, wasn't it? Definitely bigger than TNT. Alright, I think I'm just going to do a bit more of this, and I'll show you if I find anything interesting. Okay, so 3 or 4 beds later, and we have our first set of ancient debris, and I think there's just 2 there. Oh no, there's 3. So that is a very good find for the first one. So hopefully I can get through all this fire and lava and mine those out. Okay, so I've got rid of all the danger I think there, and we have 3 ancient debris. Nice. Let's grab that. Excellent. And then we only need 1 more, and we can actually get our pickaxe sorted. That is awesome. So let's carry on and see what we can find. Okay, so a little bit of time later, as you can see, I've been blowing up quite a lot of this tunnel down here, bridging across with the cobblestone, and I have come across my second lot of ancient debris, and this time it is only 1. So yeah, this is probably going to take a while, and I know this doesn't make for the most exciting viewing, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft up all this wood and wool into beds. I'll use up the rest of this, and then we'll get back home and see what I actually managed to get out of it. Okay, so we're finally back home, and I did use all 64 of those beds that I crafted, and this is what we got from it. 19 ancient debris. So, not amazing. I would hope to get a lot more than that on a trip that took that long, but, you know, the bed technique, it's not a favourite of mine, so I'm not very good at it. But we do have enough for 4 netherite ingots. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cook all this up, craft it into some netherite ingots, and then we can make a decision on how we're going to use them. As it happens though, I don't actually have any gold, because I think I crafted it all up into the gold blocks that I used in my beacon base. So I might have some somewhere, but I do have this gold ore here, so I'm going to have to fortune this and cook that up as well. Yeah, I don't think I've got any anywhere. That is really bad, isn't it? Okay, so we've got the netherite scraps cooked up, just waiting on a little bit of gold. And that's what we need. So, yeah, we can do 4 out of that. So, crafting bench. Let's do first netherite ingots. Nice. Right, so I think the first obvious one is going to be my Silk Touch pickaxe. That's the one I use all the time. But before I can do that, I actually need to craft up the workstation thing, don't we? What's it called? It's this one. Smithing table. That's the thing. Right, so let's stick that there. Have our Silk Touch pick. And one of those. There we go. First netherite tool. Nice. Alright. I think I want to do some armor as well. And I tend to swap out my pants with gold ones when I'm doing stuff in the nether. So, what should we do? Boost, boost. Let's go boost. That's fancy, innit? Let's do that. That in there. And one of those. Nice. Look at that. Looking professional now. Like it. And also, we've got to do sword as well. Let's do the sword. Have that. And we've got one left. What should we go for? Should we do the fortune pick as well? Yeah, why not? Well, it's there. Let's do that. Very nice. Right, that's a good start. We'll stick those back in there. And we're good to go. Right, so now I think we're on to doing this big crazy build down here. So let's get my stuff together and we'll get on with it. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is grab all of this copper because I'm going to use quite a bit of this in this build. And then the other main thing I need is an absolute ton of deep slate. And this is all I've got. Now, it looks like a fairly decent amount, but I honestly don't think this is going to do it. So I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of mining first. Actually, though, what I could do, I'm just come down to my slime farm, and I remembered I had all of this deep slate that I accidentally mined with a silk touch pick. Now, I know that's a lot to mine accidentally, but I just wasn't thinking. I was just mining away on my silk touch pick and completely forgot I don't like this one. So I could just put all this down and break it all again on my fortune pick. That's probably going to be the easiest thing in it. Let's go have a look at what we're going to be doing. Alright, so we've got this big landing platform down here that we built last time, and what I want to do is build a big grand entrance here for the factory. This is going to be absolutely ridiculously huge, which is why I need so many resources to build it. But also in here as well, we have the drop that goes down into the underground part, and then this is also the drop that comes down from the bit that we've got near the airship. And then similarly, this is one that goes up there. So this is quite narrow, and I'm thinking that this is going to be a lot bigger and probably a lot wider than this. So again, I may need to move these, but never mind. I need to stop talking about this now. Stop messing about. So let's jump into a time lapse and get some building done. Okay, so there it is. That is all done, and I really love this thing. I think it's turned out really well, and it definitely sets the scene for what we're going to have going on inside this mountain. So I'm really pleased with how this has gone. We've got a lot of depth, a lot of detail, but without going over the top. And it's just copper here and there. Really just sets the scene, and I really like it. Now, the other bit that we couldn't really see on the time-lapse is what I did in here. So I said I might have to move these elevators a bit because they're a bit narrow. But what I've done here is I've actually narrowed it down a little bit. And then once we get through here, this is going to expand absolutely massively like we've got at the front. And then there's going to be like a big staircase going down into the main part of the factory. Well, then this part here is like a lobby with the elevators in it. So I have labelled them because I'm very forgetful. These two don't have labels because we'll come out of those. But this one goes up to the airship. So this is the one that we use most of the time anyway. And then I've got the one on the other side that drops back down. Now, I did think about putting a button in. Like, if you saw last season, I had multiple layers to the elevator where I could press a button and drop down. But that always got a bit annoying when I had to do that. So all I've done is separate it into two. And then we have another one around this side. And this drops down to the lower part where the cave is. And then, actually, let's go down. Because I've done a little bit down here, but not much yet. And then we've got the other one that goes back up onto that same level. So down here, this would have gone into where the bee farm was. So what I've done there is I've moved the wall along for this room. So it was originally here. So I've moved it so it's just a little bit smaller now. And then we just have this slightly smaller room, but it's more than big enough for what they need. And I did have a bit of an issue with that. I accidentally broke this block, and they got above here, and a lot of them escaped. And they were actually right at the top. While I was building this elevator here, they were right at the top of there, which was really annoying. So I had to like bring them back down with a flower, like man blocks every time, trying not to hit any of them. But never mind, we got it done. And then once I got that done, I came back up here, and I was just finishing off the elevator, putting the last few blocks in, and I stood right here, a creeper exploded right behind me, I didn't even see it, and I was just dead instantly, so I had to redo all this, but never mind, we've got it done, and I'm so pleased with how this has gone. It's definitely set the scene, and I'm very excited to carry on with what else we're going to do inside this mountain. Okay, so down at this lower level, obviously still have quite a few things to do. I need to figure out a proper staircase of how we're going to get into the bee farm. I may have something a bit over here, but this is actually the outside wall of that, so I can't do anything over this way. But I will figure that out. We'll get all this decorated, because I want some kind of tunnel going along this way. Because over here, this is the entrance to the cave spider spawner and the way back up. And then I also want to do something over this side. Maybe symmetrical with this one, so it'll probably be inside these pens, so they'll need to move as well. And that'll be to replace this, because this is the ladder that goes down to the mine and also down to the slime farm. So I'm definitely going to need a better way up and down from there. So definitely got a few more things to do, but I like the way it's shaping up. But unfortunately, we have reached that time again, so I am going to have to leave it there. But if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.